Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the AMX 13F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG. We're on the east spawn of Malinovka and under the command of Chickens 1003 of the Arty clan. Game on! 155mm howitzer capable of 630 alpha. Actually, it's 770 here because he's carrying the non-stun HE. And he's electing not to use the stun HE, which is 630. So yeah, he's going for the big damage. 770 from each shot, 49mm of pen, and 4 meters of burst radius, slightly reduced from the original 7.6. He also has a few HE or heat rounds as well. They've got 420 alpha, but only 194mm of pen. So just for those moments when he sees a tank that's worth it. Tier 6 game, only Tier 6 tanks in it. Now he's backing up a bit. I think he's decided he's a little too far up the hill at the moment. Of course, this is an air transportable Arty. It was designed that way, made on the AMX 13-ton hull, which was supposed to be air transportable. As I've said in other videos, they didn't actually have an aircraft that could transport 13 tons. So this thing actually weighs 18.5 tons because of that howitzer. It's very, very heavy indeed. Of course, it had a big crew to service it as well, and they required some extra trucks to carry around all the shells. Only 2 people actually went into the vehicle, the driver and the commander. And in fact, actually, you can see that they both have the little hatches so they can actually contain themselves within the vehicle. It's on the this side of the vehicle. I think I can get close enough. You could just about see the ports, which the driver looks through, as well as the commander, who's just behind him. Okay, well, enemy tanks have been spotted, and he's still setting himself up. Looks like the enemy is possibly going to try and make a run down the west side of the map towards our cap. Okay, he's found his first target to aim at. It's an OI who's just fired his round, and he's a one-shot, rounds out. Now he's out the game. Well, he's back in the garage and he's cursing Arty because, no, it wasn't Arty's fault that you died. It was your fault because you stuck yourself out in the open, made it fairly obvious where you were, and everyone had a go at you. I think the problem is you see a lot of players, they think, oh, it's got to be Arty's fault. It's not Arty's fault. Arty is only executing tanks which shouldn't be there. They're trying to stop you from camping. That guy just got hit. He's tracked, and now he's been hit again. 345 hit points of damage from that one. Now, it appears that Chickens is going to have a go and see if he can actually generate a vast amount of hit points off the non-stun HE. But his teammates will probably like it as well, because it means that he won't be stunning them at all if any shells get close. Okay, he's lined that one up. Fired. Hits the building. So no stun. That one would have given stun if it had been a stun shell. For sure. He's just changing position because a Baguette, a Britann Panther, is trying to cross the village. I wonder if he will... No, he's turning around. He's going away. I thought for a second he might try to go as far north as possible. Unfortunately, that shell didn't stun that guy either. It would have been close. It did land nearby. And now we've got another enemy turned up. It's a VK... Well, I can't even get that one out before he dies. It was a VK2801-105. But he was completely nuked before I could even say it. And a TOG 2 got him. The good news is from Tank Fests, they might actually try and get the TOG 2 renovated. Well, they say that it might be on the list for renovation after, of course, the Heshpan has been renewed. But, of course, there's no guarantee they will actually renovate it. He's auto-aimed onto that target, actually. Not a good idea, because I don't think it can actually... it'll just hit the ground. Yeah, not a great idea. Ideally, if he wanted to hit that guy, would be to aim further across the lake and then extend that line over the vehicle that you're looking at down there. And when that vehicle pops up and breaks the line, you'll see a little red line suddenly appear from him. And that is when you're on target and you have to shoot. It's a little trick that takes a little while to learn. You don't aim at the actual target. You aim in the lake and look down to see where the line gets altered. You can do it from above. It's actually easier to do it from above. Enemy T-78 making a dash, trying to get to the windmill. We've lost sight of him. He's firing. Oh my gum, he's just wiped him out. That was amazing. A blind kill.
Ready to fire. They're gone.
And they're getting some amazing kills here. But that last one with the T-78, that truly was amazing, because he timed that shot perfectly to get a hit on the guy. But it was such a thin armor on that T-78. The shell went straight through. And of course, because it was the non-stun HE, it's got bigger alpha, and that was enough to take him out. Okay, looking down here, we've got an ARL D39. He does not last long either. It looks to me like our team is actually drawing the enemy in to try and go for our cap, and then they absolutely get slaughtered the moment they get spotted.
Target lost.
The guys up on top of the hill are getting hit by the enemy Arty, but they're holding their own. They're just keeping the enemy up there. Our VK2801-105 is making a bit of a difficult move there. He's actually headed up to the lookout at F7, and that might be fatal for him if he does, because of course he's going to get proxy spotted by the enemy tank if he's down there. Let's see what he can do with this shot. Rounds out. That's the hit. 272. The other RT on our team has had a go at him as well. That was an M44. Okay, what's next? Well, Chickens is backing off for the moment. All of our teammates up the hill have been killed. We really need somebody to look out for us. At this moment, it probably would be better for Chickens to turn around and head further back down the hill and then let his teammates do the spotting for him. The VK2801-105 in our team's moved up. He's a light tank, so of course he's got better spotting, and he's also got better cameraman. Ideally, we need to turn around and zoom back. Yes, that's why, you see. Well, he did hit that guy for 287. Unfortunately, the M44 didn't get his shot on target. And you can see the enemy RT is actually firing at our A43. But the baguette's gone. The VK2801-105 duped him, and now we've got the TOG oncoming. And he fired it in straight away. He'd lined it up with the TOG, so he knew the TOG was still slowly chugging his way down the hill. And he'd lined it up well enough that the shell would hit him directly in the face. And it did. He's locked on again, and before he can fire, the TOG is taken out. So no one will be kneeling before TOG today. Okay, well, he's moving forward because there's only 4 enemy tanks left. I'd say this is a bit of a bold move because there's a T-3485M still up the hill. I get the feeling, oh, that's what he's after. He's after the FB304. He's just found him. Or was it somebody else who spotted that guy? Trying to get a shot. No, bit late. Tad late, but the FB304 knows that somebody fired at him. Okay, there's an enemy wreck here. Oh, we just knocked him and we've just got spotted. Put the wreck between us and the enemy. There's the M4A376 wet. That W means, of course, wet stowage of the shells. I always thought it meant something else. It was to do with the welding, but no, it's his wet stowage. That's what it means. Oh! Oh. Yeah, the FB304 is rather upset. So the T-3485M, who was up the mountains, actually come down, and he's been wiped out. There's only 3 left, and you see, Arty players are not particularly worried about getting hit by enemy Arty. They realise it's fair do if they do. It's down to the fact that the Arty player wasn't safe when he was, if he was hit. At the moment, our BK is trying to do his job and find out where the enemy is. We found a target. Oh, yes! 285 off the M4A3. And look at this. No fears given. Well, no, it's normally a 4-letter word. No, 5-letter word, actually. No fears given. You know what I mean. Yeah. And he says another one. It's the Hummel, but he's not loaded. He's letting it dial in as he's reloading. Rounds out. That's a kill. That's 3. That was a brilliant game by Chickens. Well, I'm pretty sure you knew the rude word that I actually meant to say. No fears given. It's actually a 4-letter word. Well, 5-letter word with the S at the end. That he was actually doing. He was displaying no cares whatsoever. And he was just moving to get closer to the enemy so he can get those shots. And that's why he got that beautiful kill right at the end of the game on the Hummel by dialing in as soon as it was loaded, firing and taking the kill. That was a great game by Chickens. Thanks very much for sending that one in. He said cool blind shot. Well, yes, there was that cool blind shot on the T-78. That was amazing. He just turned up dead. Just drove to a stall. To a stop as a wreck. That was the second-class tanker for Chickens 1003 in the Arty clan. In the AMX 13 F3AM, he managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. He got a win rate of 3,759 out of that one as well. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage in the game actually went to the mystery tank. 1,972 hit points of damage. I think that's actually the M4A3 76W. I think because it's not showing on this list, so it must be that, and they just haven't uploaded the database yet for it. The third highest damage in the game turned out to be our A43BP. He picked up a steel wall and 1,766 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, we can see the highest number was 3. And Chickens got that, so did the A43BP and the TOG 2. And on the enemy team, only their Baguette managed to get 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, it's actually the VK2801105 who got the highest. 1,493, probably down to all the spotting he did. And in fact, actually, he also got the Spartan, a Confederate, and the patrol duty in the VK2801105. And look at that, spotting 4,285. Very, very good score, and well done to that guy. His win rate was 5,217. So he was the top scorer as well in that game. So he got the highest, and he was the only one to get over 1,000 base. 816 went to the A43BP, as I said, he got a steel wall. And 757 went to the Basotto on our team. Chickens got 726, but he was a very active player. He not only got the highest damage, but he also the highest number of kills. And of course, that lovely kill right at the end to win the game. 11 shots fired. Bare minimum, really, but it was still an excellent game. 8 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 7 splash. Damage 1,851, of which 907 were up more than 300 meters. So which ones did he pen? Well, it has to be that T-78. Yes, it was. 134 hit points. That non-stun HE went right through him and finished him off. The other one, the Hummel, yeah, right at the end of the game. 104 hit points, perfect penetration. And what a good game that was. Let's have a look at detail. One hit received from the enemy. It was a penetrating shot, and one hit by way of splash damage as well. Yes, unfortunately, he did get spotted in that bush, and the M4A3 76 wet didn't want to let him get away with it, so he plumped around him. But luckily, it was only a 76mm gun, because otherwise it might have done more damage if he'd actually been hit by a 105. He also damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 3, and 314 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he actually earned a profit of 54,939 credits from the game, including a 30,000 mission completion. And he also took away 4,900 experience points out of that one, including another mission completion for 2,178. So a very good game. Yeah, fun game, that one. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.